Looking at my rollie, it's about that time. One thing, if you know me, better know I shine. One time for my Codies, money on my mind. I ain't never lie. Where I come from, they ride with their middle fingers in the sky. Oh my gosh, bad bitch with the thick thighs, it's on my side, and we fly. And we rolling up. She ain't never been so high. In my bass loud, my levels up. I'm rebelled up, there's no replica. I get respect from the niggas that you feel pressure from. I'm next to none. Meanwhile, I'm steam pal in Greene. Weed clouds on weed clouds, this is like a dream.
What's going on, everybody? Tonight I got on Taylor Gang's very own and now Gramercy Records' very own Neako. Neako, what's good?
You already know what it is. What's going on, man? Sean and Nick.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, lots of new news regarding Neako. You signed with Gramercy on Friday. Tell me about that, because you've always had like a connection with them, but what's it like to ink that deal?
Oh, yeah. Well, signing with Gramercy, that was like, since last April, I was like really working with Gramercy. Like, I've been coming around, coming to the studio, like just hanging out and shit, just doing beats. They're like classically trained in every like instrument to name. So it's like, they're like, when it comes to like, for me to just make beats and sit down on the computer and just bang out beats and shit like that, it's like, it's dope for me to get around people that are like classically trained where I can just get like a bassoon or like a live bass or like a violin or something. So we were rocking out from like Loud Pack 1, right. No, not Loud Pack 1, Loud Pack 2, 3, number 23, and then just like as of late, we just decided like, yo man, this shit is like what we need to be doing. Like we just been working so progressively this long, let's just make it official, let's just make it happen.
Yeah, but what's also been going down with the non-musical side of Neako? I know you've been chilling, doing something else, but what do you usually do just chilling-wise?
Oh, man, you know what I'm doing, burning it down, man. Either burning it down or playing Grand Theft Auto 4. That's like the only idle time that I possibly be having is just, burning it down, staying medicated so I could, meditate, levitate, and regulate.
Yeah, for sure. Now, you've got the These Are the Times mixtape coming, but even sooner than that, you got the surprise tape coming with the LVL Zebra, and you just dropped a preview video for that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Tat was what did start as. It was going to be a mixtape at first, but in the development of it and the way I was carrying it and the way I was recording it, it just started coming out so crazy, and like the sound structure, I was like, you know what? Nah. I was like, I can't do this right now. Then I noticed, like, for me repping the Zebra Gang, that's like another area of my supporters and fans. It's just like different sects and names for them. But the Zebra Gang fans, they like really starting to show themselves and surface themselves a lot now. So I was like, you know what? You know what I need to do? I need to give something to them in ode, like, and I record every day. Like, I recorded like, now, since I just did another one, it's like 14 songs from like the last 6 or 7 days.
Yeah, right.
We just gonna bang it out. Yeah, I'm gonna take Tat to another level, and I'm gonna get ready to drop the Zebra Gang shit, man, probably the next week or two.
Yeah, for sure. And the Tap project, that's self-produced by you. But when are you expecting to drop that? And what does it mean, making that your own sound as being a producer as well as an MC and having your sound represent, the type of MCing you're doing over that sound?
Oh, yo, it's very, 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 very like important to me. Like, well, as far as these are the times producing the whole thing. Like, it's really great for me because it's my first time being able to produce the whole entire thing. I usually produce about 60, 70% or something like that, but this time it's from point A to point B, and then the only other added producers or musicians are James Einer or Christiana Kominski or Fluter Scooter, and that's it. And you know what I'm saying? And they're coming in on the musical aspect, so it's great because I get to make my own canvas. Like, I could dream up the emotion or however I feel that day, and I could just create it right from there. Right from there. I could start with drums, or I could start with live instrumentation. I could start with pianos, but every step of the way is just ultimate creation, like from the lyrics to the visuals to the making of the beats. And Zebra, I didn't do any, LVL Zebra, I didn't do any beats on. I just directed a few things, like probably rearranged a few things, switched some things up, you know what I'm saying? Sent a little bit in the notes back to different producers, and then they, made the corrections and shit. But, it's like to just keep going to the next level. Like, I just feel like, not saying the more content that they have, but the more great content that my supporters have, like, it doesn't matter what I put out. Like, I know they was ready for Tap, but now that I'm coming with LVL Zebra, they're just as accepted. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know that a certain level of content comes from me. Like, I'm not going to put out no bullshit no matter what it is, whether it's free or whether it's going to be for sale. But for Tat, I think we might take it to that level. Like, it might be for sale, man. We might put it out there and see what's good.
Yeah, speaking of, you mentioned earlier number 23. What kind of reaction did you get, and what kind of thing were you expecting maybe when you put that one out there?
Yeah, number 23, number 23 was like a well-worked project. Like, we shot like maybe almost half the tape. There was about 18 songs in there. I must have shot like maybe 8 or 9 videos off the tape. And before the tape even came out, there was three videos from the tape already out. And it was like, we just pushed it so hard. I didn't really know that it was going to be like that big until like 2 weeks before. Like, you know, I went to LA for 2 weeks and I was out there just really working. And just from being able to listen to it in a new atmosphere and being able to listen to it somewhere else, I just really started taking it in. I was like, man, yo, I think they might receive this really well. And all the artists I was dealing with out there in LA and the different people I was coming across, they were hearing it too. So they was like, damn, like, you know, like, you on something right here. So when it came out and it blew like that, it was just like a really, really big deal. Like, it shook so many things up on the internet. Like, a lot of people was just very, very excited for me, and then, you know, I met a lot of new people off of it. So the number 23, I definitely was my 2011, you know, end of the year kickoff.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the background behind the title, the number 23?
Yeah, the number 23, see, the 23 is my favorite number. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have it tatted on my chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad, like, I thought that the year that I was 23 was going to be the year that I was going to, like, blow up and get signed and all this crazy stuff. That was the year my dad passed away. My birthday is also April 23rd. My dad's birthday is June 23rd. So that's why I tweet 423 every day, and that's why I tweet 623 every day. Because those numbers, they're everywhere. Like, I go to the magazine and 423 will be right there, or I can purchase something and then the receipt will be $4.23, or it's just everywhere, you feel what I'm saying? So that number is like, the number 23 was like my testament, like my volume, you feel what I'm saying? It was just me putting my life into like a tablet, like an audio tablet, and just being able to just throw it out there. And it was just like a certain part of my life. Just 2011 was basically consumed in the number 23.
Yeah, and you mentioned the hype, you know, earlier, and I don't know if it was exclusively the number 23 that did it, but you're also up for XXL Freshman of the Year. What would it mean to be on that cover, and do you think you deserve to be there?
Oh man, like, yo, just even being a candidate was a blessing to me. Like, I was able to get into the XXL magazine.
Yeah.
This year, the show improved, and that was like a total blessing to me. So when I found out I was a candidate, that was even a bigger blessing to me. But, you know, for me to be on the cover, I would be totally blessed, because, you know, it would just mean that all this time that they, you know, the fans, of course, and as well as their publication, understood my movement, and they just totally respected what I was out here doing. And, you know, if I didn't make it, it would still be the same thing. Like, much love to them, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean, like, you know, it doesn't affect my quality of music or what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep striving every day. But, you know, I definitely, as a hip-hop musician, as like a connoisseur of this game, I respect XXL 100%. So to be a candidate was like, that was like a blow, like just a push over the roof for me right there. And to even make it, like, you know, that would be even a bigger thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you're a younger artist, and, you know, but something interesting when I listen to music is, like, the different samples being used in whatever projects you're using. So, you know, where do you get your major influences as a producer and also from, you know, being an MC?
Yeah, the stuff I listen to, the people that are around me. Like, I have a lot of creative people around me that listen to a lot of creative different things. I listen to a lot of different creative things. We watch a lot of different movies. Like, I mean, not silly people, but we just, like, so well-rounded. Like, we can go from watching, like, Train Spotting to Casino to, like, Pinocchio to, like, Scarface, and I might make 6 songs and be influenced by every one of those movies within those 6 songs. Like, so it's everything around me. Or we might listen to M82, or we might listen to, like, Sebastian Tellier, or we might listen to, like, Air or something like that. And I'm like, oh, this is crazy. And then it'll influence, like, a Loud Pack or something like that. You feel me? Just constant influence, like, from having a clothing line, LVL merchants. Like, we just so creative, we just spill it into everything. Music, clothes, whatever. So it's like, it's really myself and just the people I keep around in my inner circle is like, they just real wise on certain things.
Yeah, and also, I'm sure some of the influences you've had have been artists that you've been able to work with, and you've been able to work with some big-time artists, whether it be like Wiz Khalifa, obviously, Bun B, Juicy J, Currency, Snoop Dogg. What would be your ideal like dream collaboration with whoever?
I would like to. My ideal dream collaboration, because it doesn't have to be like some like who I grew up listening to.
Oh no, just anybody,
Anybody. I would like to do something definitely that's like, I gotta be careful with this. It would definitely have to have something to do. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna go with the new youth today. So I would just want to produce like maybe a song for Kanye West that has like maybe like I don't know, some other maybe Kanye. And then somebody else that's like on there, maybe myself, maybe a verse. You know what I'm saying? That would make me really, really happy right there.
Yeah, for sure. What is it also like to work with some of those bigger artists that you have been able to work with, though?
Man, it's swag, man. Like with Snoop, like I got that through Wiz. Like that was like that was a great look. Like that's my bro. Like me and Wiz, we work all the time. Like that's just sit around, smoke weed, laugh, joke. Like the work gets done like the last 2 hours probably of wherever we're at, how long we were supposed to be there, because we just so down to earth. Yeah. It's just like a cool vibe. Like we're going to spit it. I worked with Spitters on Yellow Edition. It was the same thing, just a cool vibe. Bun B just was like totally respectful to like just a young G out here doing it, and he showed me respect and said I was on the right track and shit like that. And like to hear Snoop Dogg rap on one of my beats on the high school soundtrack, like that shit just totally blew my mind. And I was at the BET Awards the first time, Hip Hop Awards, I ever heard that. Like I was just in the dressing room with Wiz, and it came on, and I was like, wow, like Snoop Dogg rapping, and it was crazy. He was like, oh yeah, this is on the album, I forgot to tell you. And then after that, it was just in and out of offices, in and out of different places, just getting it done.
Yeah, also, what made you want to get into hip-hop as a youngster and just a fan of hip-hop?
Oh, yeah, I was in class. I was in class in, like, I think 7th grade. Yeah, it was 7th grade, and we had, like, a blackout in the building and shit, so the teacher was, like, letting everybody do whatever they wanted to do in class. So, like, a group of kids, one of my homies was over there, and they was, like, all in the corner bopping their heads, doing some shit. I'm like, man, what they doing? So I walked over there, and they was rapping. I'm like, oh, they probably rapping other people's stuff. I walked away. So then I got bored and came back, and then I saw, like, the kid, like my man said like some kind of acronym, and I knew his first and last name, so I knew that he created that, and I'm like, oh shit, he made that up? And I was like, oh no, I gotta do this. Like, nah, I gotta do this. Like, I went home immediately and started typing raps on my mom's computer and like printing them out and bringing them to school, like, yo, look. And I was just sold from there. And then like maybe a month later, my uncle came through and he brought me like Fruity Loops or something, and I was making beats and rapping like within the same month at like 14 years old.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, everyone, go cop the LVL Zebra mixtape, Tat, when it comes in stores, and number 23, which is in stores now. Neako is my guest. Neako, tell them how they can get at you.
Yo, man, you can get at me on Twitter, at Neako, at Neako. Go to lvlmerchants.com. Yo, support the clothing line. Go to lverica.tumblr. That's lvlerica.tumblr.com. Support the movement, youtube.com/NeakoTV. Man, I appreciate everything, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining me on the Mearablog Podcast, man. You have a good one.
Yup.